Hello everyone and welcome to Destination Penguins. We are Jarek and Agnieszka traveling to the bottom of South America in our van Mundo. In 2023, we left our American lives behind and embarked on the journey south. Life is short, world is beautiful, and we want to make memories for a lifetime. So join us on this journey as we publish the highlights on YouTube. So today after 2 days of traveling, we are coming close to the entrance to the national park that is called Chapada Diamantina. I guess there were diamonds found in this region and mined for a long time, but I don't think there are any anymore. And yeah, we stopped at the gas station last night, and I must admit that the novelty of sleeping at the gas station it kind of wore off on me. Unlike in the beginning of the trip, where it was kind of exciting, but now it's okay. The gas station last night was probably better than average, but it's still, I prefer to be either somewhere wild on the side of the river, or in the desert, or in a campsite. Anyway, so there's this we're planning on some hiking, and there are some rivers and lakes and waterfalls, and they're beautiful views. And originally this place was on my list, then we took it off the list, and then we heard from several Brazilians how beautiful this spot is, so we decided to come. So we're arriving in this nice town. It's a mountain town from which hiking starts and some trekking. So we arrived today in Chapada Diamantina, in a town. I think it's pronounced Lencois, and it's a center of hiking in this national park. But it's also an old colonial town, and it's Saturday night, and it's such a cool town. There's restaurants all over the place. But we're looking for a bakery because we already had dinner. These are the cool hats. So we're going to take a few hikes directly from the town. The first one we're going to take is to a small waterfall, and it's altogether like about 4 or 5 miles, but it should be pretty easy. It's Sunday, and apparently it's a place where lots of families come, so it could be busy there. But this is our spot for Mundo. Mundo is peeking out right here, and we're here by ourselves. and it's really fun town. All right. Hibiscus is so pretty. So this is our gate, and I think Yarek is right. We have to go this way. Hello, kitty.
Balls.
There's the information about the trail. Ribeiro de Mayo Trail. That's where we're going. The entrance looks really nice so far. And I saw this interesting bird. I think it was a toucan. It wasn't one of those colorful toucans. It was like aracari or something, but it flies like a toucan.
I see.
So this is the first waterhole, and then the water is falling down the rocks over there. The water has this rusty color, and it has this white foam on it. So we're going to leave this town of Lencois till probably tomorrow. And the reason of it is twofold. We are parked under the trees, so our batteries are not charging fast enough as we use them. So our charging station shows that we only have 42% of the batteries, which is not too bad. We've been much lower, and it's probably about 48-50 hours until we go down to zero. But the problem also is that we ran out of propane to cook on. And the reason we kind of responsible people, so the reason we ran out of propane is because we have the Argentinian bottle, and nobody in Brazil wants to refill Argentinian bottle. So Yarek is trying to rig something so we can use Brazilian propane. We'll see if that works. But in the meantime, we need to drive and charge our batteries for a day in open sky, and we're going to come back tomorrow. The last shot of our setup here. I mean, the trees are beautiful, but they provide so much shade for Mundo. Okay, so we arrived at the Poco Azul, and the way I understand it, this is like a lake inside the cave, so it reminds me of cenotes in on the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. That's how I envision it. And then Mundo is here in full sun. The batteries are already charged to 64%, so we'll see how much we're going to have when we return. They say It's the best time to go between noon and 2 p.m. because the sun is shining inside the cave, I guess. So we right on time, and the tickets are 70 reais per person, so it's $14 per person. Totally feels like going to a cenote.
Maybe that's where they drew the inspiration from.
Maybe. Okay, we have to take a shower. You go first. Okay, we took showers and put the floating devices on, and now we can go to the cenote. Because they really protect the water. Like, I had to wash my hair so there's no remnants of shampoo or a conditioner. This is pretty steep. It's going pretty deep. That's why we have these ropes to hold on, because like my shoes are wet. Anyway, not too bad overall. Look at you, Toad. And now we have to go down underground. This is how it looks. Final check. So we came back to town, to the same campsite, and going on another hike to another waterfall. This one it's called Primavera, I think. And we're going to go along the river, which I'm very excited about. This is nice. This is like a little bit above town. Alright, so we are in Parque Natural Municipal Muritiba, part of this town and part of the national park, I guess. Kind of interesting trail on this concrete block. We can kind of hear the river, not see the river. And once again, we got a discount of 50% because we're over 16. So we're still in the dry season, so the pools are few and not very deep. It's such a nice view of the town. These huge rocks. Wow, the water has this rusty tint. This morning we left Chapada Diamantina and going to another national park. It's going to take us a couple days to get there. But we're driving through a nice landscape. Lots of trucks. The trees are losing the green color in favor of some golden brown because we're going through fall here. Chapada Diamantina 3 days ago. It's been 4, and we've been driving towards Brasilia, and we're going to stop for a few days in another national park, which is called Chapada dos Vidrios, which means window. And we started sort of exploring this national park from the northern side, which is less known or less visited, and we're going towards this indigenous community where we're going to hire a guide and then go on a hike to a waterfall. And we're driving through this dirt road, but more importantly, we already crossed 3 incredibly dodgy bridges, and there's, oh my gosh, there's another one coming up. I don't know if we make it. I don't know. This is insane. Oh my gosh, there's another one. They're all wooden, and they're like, I don't know. We have 3,500 kilos. Oh my god. Alright. I guess. Anyway, and then the cars are passing by, and it's really, really dusty. The car just passed it, and it's we in the dust. The red dust. Okay, there's some information about the group called Kalunga that lives here, and it says that the origins are, the Kalunga is a word of African origin. That means large sea. So they've been here for 300 years. It looks beautiful here. And the weather is so perfect because it's dry with a little bit of wind, and it's not super hot. So the road looks like a washboard, and it's pretty rough. So for the first time on our journey, Jarek is deflating the tires, front and back. by 20%. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so we arrived. I was preparing lunch, picnic lunch, but Yarek went to figure out how that works. So I think we have to take Colectivo for another 5 kilometers and then from there hike. But we'll see how that goes. I think the Colectivos. Oh, there's one coming. Yeah. This is interesting. All these local fruits. Okay, so this one I'm familiar with because it's a cashew fruit. So this part is a cashew nut, and then this is a fruit that has very delicious juice. It's very juicy. Lots and lots of antioxidants. And then I don't know what the other ones are. Okay, so this, it's like guava a little bit. We had a drink. We had like a juice out of this, but the rest of it is, I don't know what the rest of it is. So there's some more medicinal plants right here. Okay, I'm coming. All of this was built by USAID and University of Montana. Okay, so it was not that easy. I have to walk to the Centro de Turismo of Kalunga people and buy some tickets. Okay, so we are required to take a guide with us, which is great. And then that's our guide, and that's Yarek. So here's our Colectivo. All right. Oh, still pretty far. Yeah. We're here. Oh, the water is very clear and very blue. But we're going further. In this episode, we said goodbye to the coast and drove for about 3 days to the town of Lencois in Chapada Diamantina.